Welcome to the Unwashed Asses, episode 80, recorded for Monday, February 11th, 2019. Oh, the winter apocalypse continues. We got, recording this on Tuesday for Monday, because work's been bad, because we've been having a lot of crappy weather, so I get home, I'm tired, and that's no excuse, but yeah, we just got dumped on with 6 to 7 inches last night. It's still somewhat snowing, not too heavy, but it's still coming down. So it's like the wet, heavy shit on top of the 2 inches of ice that is still everywhere. Yeah, so today we're gonna be bitching about the weather again. Let me tell you, there's nothing more heartbreaking than letting your kid down, than them realizing you're not the hero that they once thought you were. That they once thought you were. Yeah, there we go. So last week I told you I had broken windshield. We made the appointment to take it in last Friday, and it was up at Safe Light, and I had been there before because, you know, I cracked the window once already. So strap the boy in, drive on up, and everything's still coated in ice, like just thick, heavy layers of ice. To the point where, you know, you're doing like 20 under. Main roads are clear, but everything else is just crap and garbage. So pull up to Safe Light. I get out of the car, and there's just ice everywhere. Ice, I can't express how much ice there was. Or I'm slipping and having a hard time walking, and it's like, all right, well, I got to get him inside the building with me. I'm feeling confident enough in my ability to walk on the ice, despite me just saying that I was slipping. But, like, you know, I'm a smart individual. If I'm careful, if I'm really paying attention and focusing, I can carry my son and I can walk into the building. So I pick him up, and we laugh and we joke about how much ice there is and how slippery it is. So we're walking, make it down the ice-covered street, get up onto the sidewalk. Walk down the main drag of the sidewalk, everything's hunky-dory. I'm like, okay, there's dry patches near the on the sidewalk, like leading to the building, where, you know, you have the main street sidewalk and then the individual sidewalks that lead to the houses and businesses. That's the one I turned on to, and apparently was not paying attention because there was a slick of ice right there. Left foot goes out from under me, and my stupid animal brain tries to hold on to Jack, but at the same time, it's like my arm just kind of splay out wide. So rather than hold him close and tight to me and cradle him and shield him, it's like, you know, you're holding a water balloon and you're ready to drop it on somebody below you, and you just kind of like swing your arms out to the side like whoopsie doodle, and except it was my 5-year-old son. So legs go up and over me, and I fall and smash the back of my head on the sidewalk. Hear a sickening cracking sound as the ice underneath me is shattered by my head. The world's spinning. I feel like shit, and my son is screaming and crying next to me, and I just feel awful. Because not only did he fall on the ice, but because my dumbass made the decision of, well, I'll carry you so you're safer, rather than dropping falling the 3 foot he normally would have onto the ground, he was 6 foot up in the air and just fell onto concrete. Oh my God, it breaks my heart. There's just terrible feeling when your kid gets hurt and you know it's your fault. So I like calf shuffle my still laying on the ground body across my son. I scoop him up. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to drop you. And you know, you do that thing where you got to check him over, like, all right, move your fingers for me, because he's rubbing his arm, and let me check this, let me check that, what hurts. Apparently he hit his head and he fell on his arm, but no broken bones. A little bit of a headache, but he got over it way quicker than I did. His kids are like rubber. They just bounce back. They don't give a shit. Fuck it. Drop me 6 feet. Yeah, I'll scream and cry, but the next hour I'll be totally fine. Just give me a can of Sprite. And that's pretty much what happened. You know, we get inside. I'm angry. I'm just fucking livid at this point. Because it didn't seem like there was any salt on the sidewalk. So I go inside and they're like, oh yeah, it's icy out there. I said, yeah, really icy. I just fell on your sidewalk. Somebody might want to go out there and salt it again. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I thought I heard something. I'll go tell him right away. Manager comes out. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry. Is everybody okay? You guys good? We've been punting all kinds of salt down, but I guess it's too cold that it's not doing the chemical reaction. And part of me is like, bullshit. Maybe it's true. I don't know. I haven't researched it. But no, that's been our problem as of late, is there's just so much ice and there's no salt to go around. We have sand on the roads and on sidewalks, but for the most part, everything is just, it's iced over and really fucking dangerous to not only drive, but to walk around. Although one thing I found is we have these things called ice beasts, I think they are. They're like ice cleats that just go over your shoe. And they're neat because they work with the work boot really well, or there's a gap between, I guess, the ball and the heel of the foot, so I can still climb ladders with it, and they are super fucking good. Like, take seconds to put on. The ones we had, the Yeti tracks, it was like trying to put a chain link fence on your shoe. I fucking hated them. But these, they go on nice and easy, they go off just as easily, and they fucking work like a charm on the snow. I've been using them everywhere now. Where, you know, I'm slipping and like not taking real steps, but more like kind of just shuffling my feet to walk. Put those on, fuck it, whatever. I can carry my 80-pound ladder, my tool belt, and walk around. It's no fucking deal at all. Case in point, what was it, Sunday had a job down at one of the lake houses. So I don't know if I've really gone into it, but around where I live, there are a lot of lakes, and these lakes are very popular among folks that don't live in the States. So they'll come up from Arizona, Florida primarily, and Chicago's our largest audience. So if you've ever heard of Lake Geneva, that's kind of the area. And there's a lot of fucking yuppie pieces of shit that come up to their summer homes. Now the key word there is summer. I would have liked to have thought we had a pretty strict agreement with these folks that, yeah, between Memorial Day and Labor Day we'll put up with your bullshit, but anything after that, you go home. You're not up here unless, you know, your modem goes down and your thermostat's going to stop working. But otherwise you kind of fuck off. But this year, they're just up nonstop, like every fucking weekend, and it's bullshit. Not because of that I have to go do work, you know, woe is me. It's because of where they live. These lake houses are tucked away, you know, obviously around a lake, but they're deep into the woods. They're on these narrow roads that aren't plowed, and they just don't give a shit. Like, the job I had was, oh yeah, we're having troubles with our DVR. We're only here on the weekends. Fuck off then. Stop coming up in the middle of goddamn snowstorms. Because it was just that. They had a driveway that was a 1/4 mile long. After finding the house, because that's another thing, is they don't like fucking putting up their house numbers. It's a pain in the ass to find them. Find the house. I turn into the driveway. Now, I've already been stuck once this year because of a shitty driveway. The idea, I had found it. I just wanted to get off the road, turn into the driveway, back out, and then kind of park on that side of the road because I was coming from the opposite direction. So the way it's laid out is it's a quarter-mile driveway down to the house, and there's an angle, there's a grade, there's a tilt as it goes from the road down to the lake. I don't know, maybe 15 degrees. So up at the top they have a garage, and I can see that they haven't salted anything. It's pure ice, because we didn't have snow at this point. It was just all ice. So I pull into the driveway. I'm kind of right where the garages are. Throw my truck into reverse, and it's just spinning the fucking tires. Spinning the tires, moving its ass side to side. I'm like, fuck me, I'm stuck. I am barely in this driveway, but it's enough because this transit's such a huge clunk of shit in the winter. It's stuck. All right, well, I might as well commit at this point, is what my mind thinks. The idea being, all right, well, I will go down the driveway. I will turn myself around and then hopefully build up enough momentum to get up the driveway and out. This was a bad idea. I get down the driveway, I get myself turned around, and make no fucking headway as far as getting back up. So now, it's 20 after 6 at night, it's pitch black, everything's covered in ice, this is my last job, and I'm stuck in the middle of the woods in a driveway that my truck can't ascend. So I have another technician, he's coming out to help me with the job. The idea is when he gets there, I'll give him my keys, say, hey, maybe you'll have better luck than I will. I'm going to go take care of the customer. And go in, kind of explain things to the customer. I'm super pissed. I'm trying to be polite, but fucking hell. I'm up here because your dumbass wants to watch TV on the weekends in the middle of fucking snowstorms. Just don't come up. And she's apologizing, like, I'm sorry, everybody's out of salt, and we didn't salt the driveway, and this, that, and the other thing. And it's like, fuck off. So while the DVR is doing its thing, go outside, and he's making no real headway with getting it up the driveway. I try. We turn off the traction control, and we'll get maybe like 10 feet, but there's like a bump in the driveway, and it just can't get past that. So here's where my fucking ringing endorsement for these ice beasts comes in. I strap those on my feet. Like, all right, you drive, I'll push. Granted, again, it's about a 15-degree incline on this driveway. Sheer ice. It's like, no, if it starts going backwards, you'll get crushed. I'm like, fuck it. Go. Just do it. He gets in, he starts driving. I get behind the truck, and it's like, all right, well, what's my fat ass going to do with pushing a truck? But it's either this or I wait until this ice thaws, because even a tow truck's not going to come down there and get it. I'm going to have to leave my truck inside this person's driveway for days, possibly. And if we weren't successful, it would still be stuck there to this day. So spoilers, we get it out. But the ice piece worked remarkably well. I didn't slip. I didn't have one bit of hesitation. I just kind of dug in, pushed as hard as I could, and sure enough, the fucking truck's going. It's going. It's not stopping. We get past that 10-foot mark. It's still going. It's picking up speed, pushing, and before you know it, we're at the end of the driveway. I was stunned at the difference those things made. Just absolutely blown away at how good they did in the snow. So, if you're out and about, like if you're walking around, seriously, pick up a pair of the Ice Beasts. I don't know how much they are. I got them through work, but I can't sing their praises enough. Not only because they got my truck unstuck, but again, it's solid 2 inches of ice everywhere, and I am super sure-footed. I have no worries about falling or slipping or tripping or anything like that. So yeah, well, snow's picked back up. Got a long fucking day ahead of me again, because ice keeps forming on our lines and bringing them down. So not only is it dealing with people like, my DVR is slow, fix my internet, it's also go climb this ladder up a 30-foot pole and rehang a line in the middle of a snowstorm. Oh, and let's not mention all the ice that's everywhere. So yeah, fun times. Fun. till Daddy took the T-Bird away. Ugh, fuck beans. Alright, so that's going to do it. As always, if you want to support the show, just tell a friend. Let them know where they can get it. Really, anywhere podcasts are found. I did some digging around this past week, so you can either search The Unwashed Asses or TUA. Apparently that change I made just for iTunes has become a bit more popular everywhere else, so if you're not finding The Unwashed Asses, search for TUA. Get it, Stitchers, iTunes, Pocket Cast, Google Play, everything, everywhere. And of course, if you want to go above and beyond, head over to patreon.com/zeroand09, ZEROAND0. Oh, that was a burp, I'm sorry. 09. And if you want to write the show, your own tales of woe, or any questions, comments, concerns, criticisms, critiques, or complaints, theunwashedasses@gmail.com. Again, theunwashedasses@gmail.com. And until next time, we'll look for an outro.